We got news for the Los Angeles Lakers in terms of Anthony Davis. You Lakers fans can now stop being worried because he is staying for another 5 years. He agreed to a 5-year extension that's worth $190 million. The deal includes an early termination option prior to the fifth year of the deal, which is in the 2024-2025 season. Uh, as of the contract this season, Davis will be making 32.7 mil, and next season he'll be making 35.3 mil. In the third season of the contract, he'll be making 37.9 million. The fourth season, he'll make 40.6 million, and in the last season of the contract, he'll be making 43.2 million in that season. And this is all reported by his agent, Rich Paul. First of all, obviously, what we always say, I want to congratulate Anthony Davis. He's definitely worth it. I mean, I think he's underpaid in my opinion compared to a lot of other guys. Um, that's a whole nother argument for another time, though. Congratulations to him, the Lakers, and Mario. I'm gonna take the floor is yours, man. What do you think?
Yeah, well, congratulations to Los Angeles Lakers. Congratulations to Anthony Davis. I'll say this though, Anthony Davis, despite 5 years, 190 million, as much money as that is, he's still underpaid. Because if you look at guys like Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell, as good as they are, I think Anthony Davis is just at another level right now. So I really do believe he is underpaid. And I mean, it just shows how loyal he is to LA and how loyal he is to the Lakers and how much he wants to stay with LeBron and the rest of the Lakers and win another ring. And credit to the Lakers for keeping this championship team intact as much as they can. Obviously, they don't have Dwight Howard anymore. He went to the Sixers. Obviously, Danny Green went to the Sixers as well. So they don't got those guys no more. But they do still have mainly the same team as they did last year. And that's important to keep because with team, and especially they're adding additions like um, Dennis
Dennis
Schroeder.
Schroeder.
Schroeder, yeah, which is important because with teams like the Nets almost getting James Harden, or they're really heavily trying to get James Harden. That's really important. And so I got to give a lot of credit to the Los Angeles Lakers because they're really trying to keep this team and trying to really build on a second, maybe even third championship. And especially with teams on their rear ends like the Clippers, who still have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, even though they blew a 3-1 lead, and everybody can keep laughing at that. The Clippers are probably going to be angry. The Clippers are coming.
Mm.
It's the way it is. So I mean, credit to the Los Angeles Lakers. I think they did a really good job keeping this team in check. I think they really did a good job um, keeping Anthony Davis and LeBron James there. You get at least 2 years of LeBron James and AD together. Then you get another 3 years with just AD. So I think the Lakers are in good shape. After the 2 years, they're gonna have to figure out what they want to do with LeBron James or what LeBron James wants to do with his future. But I think they got. I think the future looks very bright for the LA Lakers, and I could definitely see this team winning it again. But they're gonna have a tough. I think they're gonna have a tougher challenge at task next year.
Yeah, because like you said, the Clippers are on the rise. There are other teams too, but I think the Clippers, in my opinion, I think they're the biggest threat despite that blown 3-1 lead. The Jazz are another team that they can to get it together. They could probably go far. Same thing with the Denver Nuggets. If they keep what they got and at least add on to what they got, they can go big too. But I think the Clippers are the biggest threat to them right now. And I think keeping AD was a primary solution is to keep staying on the level or a higher level than the Clippers. And like you said, teams in the Eastern Conference, like the Nets attempting to get um James Harden, the Miami Heat are on a rise again after their unexpected championship run. Same thing with the Celtics; they're still a championship contender team. The Raptors, even though without Kawhi Leonard, they're still a championship contender team. Same thing with the Bucks; if they can get it together, too, they can do it. But I mean, this was definitely a big move by the Lakers. I think this is something that they needed to do. Because like I said, when LeBron didn't show up in those playoff games, Anthony Davis was the man that showed up and did his thing. He came in clutch for the team, and he was like the second option. LeBron James, him, and Danny Green or whoever it was on the third option. But I mean, this is a great, like you said, they're trying to repeat, and I can see it happening because they haven't really gotten rid of most of their team aside from Danny Green and who else? Someone else left, did they? Or is that it?
Yeah, Danny Green, Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the guys basically. And they added and one thing I forgot to say because I keep ignoring it for some reason. They got Montrezl
Yeah.
Harrell was last year's sixth man of the year. So they got last year's sixth man of the year, and they got the sixth man of the year runner up, and Dennis Schroeder. So I mean, those are two big pieces right there for their bench.
Yeah,
And
right.
the one thing that everybody keeps missing is, and this is the biggest piece right here. It's not James Harden, but it's the biggest Giannis. Is he going to stay with the Bucks? And that is why you need to keep Anthony Davis. Because let me tell you something. As long as Giannis is a free agent, somebody's in trouble. All these
Right.
take notice on where Giannis is going, because that is the two-time MVP right there. And that guy is looking for blood. That guy's looking to win a ring, and he ain't gonna stop till he gets one.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can see him staying with the Bucks, but if he does leave the Bucks, that's going to be some big trouble. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. As for Anthony Davis, though, again, congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Lakers. I wish you all the best of luck down the road in the future.